Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So the last thing I thought I would be talking about today, with everything that's going on in the world right now, was Jeff Cavalier of ATHLEAN-X possibly using fake plates in his videos for years. Like years. You guys sent me videos as early as 2013 where it looks like he's using fake weights. And I know a lot of you guys probably clicked on this video because you thought, wow, Scott and Jeff make similar videos, they make similar content, they both try to teach, they both try to give tips, so obviously Scott's gonna make a video bashing everything that Jeff is doing to use the fake weights to make myself look good and sell my program. So I wanna tell you right now, that's not the purpose of this video. Now, do I think he's using fake weights? I mean, based on the evidence that's being put forth by Vegan Gains and AthleanX, I would say that with 99.9% certainty that those are fake weights that he's using in a lot of those lifts because they look like the exact weights they found that are for sale. And if you just look at Jeff's form as he's lifting those weights, it looks off, right? When you, for example, pin press 315, the bar doesn't kind of bounce on the bottom and sway like that without throwing you off, especially being as light as Jeff is. He's only like 5'8", maybe 170, 175 pounds. A guy as light as him benching 315, there should be a lot more control on those reps, especially when doing a pin press. And then there's the video of him deadlifting like 495. And if you really slow that video down, not only can you see that the weights change, you know, from the beginning of the bar to the end, where the end plates, they look like the fake weights, but there's specific form cues that you need to have when you're lifting as heavy as you are. Like you need to pull the slack out of the bar, your arms should already be locked out before you start lifting the weight off the ground, elbows should be locked out, lats should be tight. Like there's a few different things that need to happen when lifting heavy weight like that. For those of you who lift heavy, you obviously know what I'm talking about. Same goes for bench or any exercise where you lift heavy, squatting too. Now, am I trying to say that Jeff doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to teaching exercises? Guys, I'm not saying that. And I know Jeff and I butt heads on various exercises on what's good to do and what's not good to do. I just don't think that it's okay to say specific exercises are bad, because in my opinion, every exercise has its place. Like for example, you got people who say, you know, pressing behind the neck is bad, unless you're a rock climber. If you're a rock climber, then all of a sudden you have the functional mobility in order to be able to do that exercise safely. Like it makes no sense. Either something's bad and it's terrible for you, or it's not. And for a lot of exercises, if you have the mobility and you have healthy joints and you practice proper form and you do those exercises regularly, then you should be able to execute them with proper form. The biggest one for me is the upright row. A lot of you guys can't do upright rows with a barbell because it hurts your shoulders. Majority of you, it hurts your shoulders because you still do it wrong and you're trying to lift too heavy weight. But if it does hurt your shoulders, you can switch to dumbbells, you can still do the exercise. But I don't want to get into the formalities of all of that. What we need to talk about is Jeff using fake weights? If he is, if it's 100% confirmed, is that something that he should be held accountable for? And is it something that he should come out and talk about in order to clear his name? Now, I can come at this from a totally different point of view than the majority of you guys, and that point of view is this, right? As a content creator, and guys, this doesn't just go for YouTube. There's been plenty of photo shoots I've been on for like Men's Health Magazine and other fitness type photo shoots where you have to use fake weights because you're filming for like 6 or 7 hours. You're gonna be tired, your form's gonna break down, and you will not be able to get all the shots or the video footage that you need if you're doing, even if you're squatting, let's say 135. That still gets really tiring after about 30 minutes of having to get 4 or 5 different angles. Like it just does. Try it. A lot of you guys don't even squat that much in your regular workouts. But when you're filming videos, you have to get, well, at least in my videos, Ricky and I, we try to get like fancy and cinematic. So we'll film the same exercise for like 6 or 7 sets from different angles, and we have to make it look good. And part of making it look good is putting weight on the bar. For example, we'll use bicep curls, for example, because that's what a lot of people are calling Jeff out on, because there's video footage of him curling 135 and he's leaning forward, making it look super easy, which if any of you have curled 135, it's pretty heavy, especially when you're 5'8" and you weigh 170 or 175 pounds and you're as lean as Jeff is, okay? It's more than half of his body weight, obviously. But anyways, a lot of people are calling him out on that. And from my perspective, if I'm making a video on curls and I'm trying to explain to you guys how to get bigger biceps, and I'm trying to showcase these different angles and different techniques and get these different types of camera footage, And let's say I can curl 135 for a set of 8, all right? But if I have to film 10 different shots, that's 80 repetitions. It's not gonna happen. Even though I have the physical strength to do it, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna get sloppy, the form is gonna break down. And what happens is, because this has happened to me in the past, where I would just get lighter weights, like and say instead of doing 135, I'll put like 2 10s on each side, and I'll do all the showcase in the form, and I'll show all, everything I wanna show with the lighter weights. Then in the comments section, you just start reading all the ignorant comments of people being like, why would I take advice from you? You can barely even curl 75 pounds. You're pathetic. You're weak, blah, 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 blah. And it goes on and on and on and on because you guys are seeing a finished video that's 8 minutes long. You can't fathom the amount of repetitions it took to get that video done the right way. So that's one end of the spectrum. So what I do now, and you guys have seen this in my videos, I've never lied about it, I've never hid it. If I do have to film a video like that, and I want it to look a certain way, just so I don't get those ignorant comments, I'll take the 10-pound bumper plates, which are the same size as a 45, and I'll throw that on the bar. And I'll use that to make my video. And I don't necessarily think it's lying or being deceiving, because I'll do a close-up from the side, and you'll see as I curl the weight that it says 10 pounds on it. I'm not trying to trick anybody here, it's just for the aesthetic of the video. But when you use a fake plate that says 45 on the side, and you're not admitting that they're fake plates, and you're using those, let's say not for curls, but to showcase a 490-pound deadlift, that's where the line I feel like starts to get blurred a bit, and that's where I think people are starting to have this problem where, is he lying? Can we trust him? Is this gonna impact, how people see him? So, I don't wanna sit here and make a video trash talking Jeff. I feel like him and I have although we never worked together, we do have a professional respect for each other or a courtesy for each other. Yeah, we've taken jabs here and there, but all in good fun. Well, maybe not fun, but you guys know what I mean. But at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I don't think that he was doing it to purposely deceive you guys and just do it to make you buy his program, because at the end of the day, he does have a huge base of knowledge that he pulls from to make his content. Now, I don't have to agree with everything he says. Not everybody in the entire universe agrees with everything that Jeff says. And it's kind of obvious when he talks about doing like heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, and heavy benching that he has a lot of form cues, from basically being a coach for so long, and he has a lot to say about lifting heavy and proper form and whatnot. But if you were to apply that same knowledge base to a power lifter and how they lift, it's vastly different. And the main difference is that the power lifter can't actually lift super heavy. And then you have that video of Jeff telling you not to arch your back and to bench halfway on a Smith machine to save your shoulders. Do half reps on a Smith machine and you'll get the same result. So yeah, I'm sure there's things that I've said that you guys disagree with and that he disagrees with. And there's been things that I've said in the past where I have been wrong and I've admitted I was wrong. Back in the day, I used to teach half reps on the bench press because I didn't know better. I had my certification through NASM taught me to do not quarter squats, but half reps on the squats and then half reps on the bench press and to save your shoulders and all this other stuff. And then as I got older and continued my YouTube channel, did my own research, interacted with you guys, my knowledge base in fitness exponentially exploded because I had to do a lot of my own research to make sure that I was always at the forefront on what's happening and what's being disproven and what's myths and new techniques that have come out, right? So I don't want to make this video super long, so I'm going to end it right around here. At the end of the day, do I think he's using fake plates? I think he is. Do I think that he's doing it to 100% deceive you guys and come across as like a huge scam? No, I don't think so. Do I think that he should be curling 135 in an ad he's using to sell his program? I don't think he should be doing that. But if he was using that footage to explain exercise technique, just for aesthetics of the bar to look a certain way because you're filming like 80 repetitions of the same movement, I can understand that. I haven't used fake weights, but like I said, I've used 10-pound bumper plates, right? So it's a toss-up, and I would like to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. That's why I made this video. I would love for you guys to debate in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I'd be more than happy to interact with you and talk with you, and just try to think about things from both sides of the spectrum before you crucify him for using fake weights. It's not like he's Brad Castleberry claiming to be the strongest human being in the universe but decides to never show up and actually prove it, right? I wish you could, well, no, I don't want you to thumb down my video. I was about to say thumbs down for that. Then I was like, no, the YouTube algorithm. Thumbs up for that comment. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're staying safe. I know it's absolutely crazy out there. And if you want to make sure that you can stay in shape and you can outrun the riots, make sure you go over here and you check out my at-home program. Shameless plug, but you know what? I'm going to do it because you guys need to train. These programs are absolutely free to try out. Body weight, dumbbells only, resistance bands. If you guys need a workout, you're stuck at home, you're frustrated, don't vent that frustration by being destructive. Vent it by bettering yourself and your health by doing these workouts. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time.